Hello, Standard 6. Today we are going to start a new chapter in science, and the name of the chapter is Water, chapter 6. Now, water. We all are knowing what is water. Before that, I will like to say, if I will ask you, what is water? Is it a liquid? Is it a solid? Or is it a gas? If I am asking you to define water, what you will say? It is a natural resource. Natural resource. Let me explain first about the resource. Whatever is useful to the mankind is called as resource. Whatever useful. Air, food, but useful for the mankind and is provided by the nature, a substance which is useful for the mankind and is provided by the environment, nature, is called as natural resource. So what is water? It is a natural resource. Very clear? Now, that part is clear that water is a natural resource. It is useful for the mankind. Without water we can't survive. That is also true. First thing in water which we have to discuss, that is the sources of water. From where we get sources of water. What are the sources of water? From where the water comes? Some will say, sir, from the tap, sir. Yes, it is true. In our house, from the tap, water comes. But have you ever thought that from where the tap water comes? Or someone will say, sir, from rain. Some will say, from, sir, river, lake, ocean. All are the sources of water. Understood or not? All are the sources of water, and on earth maximum part is water and less part is land area, and that water is present in ocean, seas, lakes, rivers. That part is clear. Now, main source of water, that is the rainwater. Rain. Okay. Now, rainwater. Can you drink rainwater? No, we can't drink rainwater because it is purest form of water. Purest form. Nothing is mixed in it. We can't drink it, and don't try to drink it. It is purest form of water. And the water which we drink, that is potable water. Potable water. Then what is the difference between purest form of water and potable water? Or what is difference between the rainwater and the water which we drink? The water which we drink contains some amount of salt. Contains salt which is necessary for our body. Okay, some amount in a limited matter, about 2% or 1.5%, 1.5%, means about 2% it contains salt. Very clear or not? And potable water means drinking water. It means drinking water. And drinking water is different from the rainwater, which is the purest form of water. Even the water which we put in our batteries, that is pure form of water or distilled water, and don't try to drink that. that is distilled water. And from where the rainwater comes? From where this rainwater comes? Whatever source of water is there on the surface of the earth, from there it evaporates. It goes in the sky, forms cloud, forms water droplets, and when it becomes heavier, it falls down. And carbon dioxide, oxygen, many gases are there which dissolves in that water. Very clear or not? While coming from the sky, these gases are dissolved. Next source of water is the river water. River water. Okay. Now a question arises. Okay, in river, water is there, and there are certain seasonal rivers in which only during the rainy season water comes, and in other season it is dry. Now our question is, from where the water comes in the river? Naturally from the rain. So seasonal river, they have got water. That water comes from the rain. But there are perennial river. I am not talking about seasonal river. Perennial river, in which throughout the year water is present. Have you ever thought about the mountain? On the peaks of mountain, snow cap is there. Snow. Okay. And glacier is there. What that is? Glacier. And those glaciers melts. And while it melts, that forms water. This ice or snow forms water and comes in the river. Do you know our river Ganges, Ganga, comes out from a glacier, and the name of that glacier is Gangotri Glacier. River Yamuna comes from a glacier, and the name of that glacier is Yamunotri Glacier. So, on the peaks of the mountain, water in the form of solid form is there, which melts to provide water to the rivers. Very clear? And river water contains large amount of impurities. Can you drink river water? No, we can't drink. Mud, soil particles are there, certain unwanted germs may be there, gases may be there, chemicals may be there. Those water must be purified, filtered, then we can drink the river water. Next is lake water. Lake. Do you know they are landlocked? Don't think pond. Pond is a smaller part, larger than pond. Okay, larger than pond. And from all sides, land area is there, that is lake. And that also dissolves many minerals. That water is also not fit for drinking. They contain more amount of organic matter. Next, let us come to sea water. Now, what happens to the river? Generally, river, they mix sea. They carry all water to the sea. Very clear? As river Ganga carries water to the Bay of Bengal, which is a sea. Now, river meets sea. All the river generally meets the sea. They carry their impurities also to the sea. and it is sea water is the largest source of natural water, largest source, natural source of water, and it contain more amount of impurities. Can you drink sea water? No, you can't drink sea water. It is salty. Why it is salty? Because more amount of salt are dissolved, and 1 kg of sea water, 1 kg of sea water contains 28 gram of salt. Which salt? Whatever we put in our food items, that salt. And do you know how these salts are prepared? This sea water is allowed to dry, naturally evaporate. In a lagoon or in a pond, sea water is collected and allowed to dry naturally. Water evaporates and whatever left, that is the salt. That salt is purified and we use in our food item. Very clear? So sea water we have understood. Now, states of water. We have discussed about states of matter, that there are 3 states of matter. Here 3 states of water are there. 3 states of water are there, and they are solid, liquid and gas. Dear children, ice. Ice is the solid form of water. Liquid, whatever we drink, that is the liquid form of water. And you must have seen, why we boil water, vapors come out, steam come out, and that is the gaseous form of water. So water can be present as solid, liquid and gaseous form. You can check it in your refrigerator also. Put liquid water in the freezer. What will happen? It will solidify. The process is known as condensation. The process is known as freezing. And that water, liquid form of water, will turn to solid form. Now take a solid form of water, means ice. Take ice in a container. It is our container, and put ice. Okay. Now heat it. Heat this. What you will say? It will remain as a solid form? No. While you will heat, it will turn to liquid form. Instead of solid form, now after heating, it will become liquid. Liquid form. Now, continue heating. What will happen? The water will start boiling, and in the gaseous form, this will come up. They are the water vapor. Water vapor. So dear children, means we can change the form of water from solid to liquid, liquid to gas, and again from gas to liquid and liquid to solid. How? You can see, just put one container here and keep ice in it. What will happen? This water vapor, when it will come in contact with the cold surface, it will form water droplets, and again it will fall down in the form of liquid. Understood or not? And if we will keep this liquid at lower temperature, say 0 degree Celsius, 0 degree Celsius, or if we will put this liquid form of water in the refrigerator, what will happen? It will turn to solid form. So, water is interchangeable. You can change solid form of water into liquid form into gaseous form. Again, gaseous form can be changed into liquid form, and liquid form can be changed into solid form. Understood or not? Very clear? Now, have you seen used cooler? During summer season, you must have used cooler. What is there in the cooler? Desert cooler I am talking about. Yes, there is water. And just if you will open a cooler, water is kept in a tank. One fan is there. One pipe is there. And mats are there on the body of the cooler. Do one simple experiment. You must have got table fan. Take one piece of paper and switch on your table fan and put that piece of paper just behind, not in front side, just behind the table fan. What you will see? That paper will be attracted and will be thrown on the opposite side from where the air comes. It means the function of the fan does not produce its own air, just suck air from one side and throws it on the other side. And due to that only, the paper was taken and thrown to the opposite side. That is done. And outer surface, from where it sucks the air, there is a mat, and by pump that mat is kept wet. It means what? It will suck cool air and will throw cool air, and we will feel comfortable. This way the cooler works. Very clear or not?